Hey, Chef Dan Catania here at MealPro. Thanks for tuning in. I'm a culinary instructor here. So I thought it would be a great idea to show you how to make a quick fortified fish stock. What does fortified mean? You're strengthening your broth or your stock by adding maybe another broth into it, some other ingredients into it to make that fortified so it's stronger. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my salmon head inside of my pot. Okay, that's the first step you take. And then you're going to add, and it's real simple to do because we're going to have to take and simmer this, right? Okay, so then you're not going to empty, you're going to get rid of all the juices that are in from this plate as well too. Okay, so then at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my flame here, and I'm going to add my water to cover my fish heads, right? And then I'm going to add this seafood stock, and you also could buy a seafood broth, but I just add a regular seafood stock into my pot. Okay, so I'm just going to add the whole thing in there. So I have my water, okay, inside, and I have my fish stock that's inside as well too, and the salmon. And then at this point, I have a vegetable stock, a vegetable base, and I'm going to add a good couple teaspoons of that inside my vegetables. That way you don't have to fool around with having to do a mirepoix. So a mirepoix, onions, carrots, celery, okay? So you don't have to worry about doing that. So you just pick up one of these at the store, these wonderful bases that are roasted vegetables, and you always keep it in your refrigerator. You can add them to sauces, to stocks, to broths, or whatever. So I'm going to add that, a couple teaspoons in there as well. Very simple. And then this is going to come to a boil. And then I have like a half of a lemon. I'm just going to take and just squeeze half of the lemon inside of my broth. Then I'm going to add like maybe a good tablespoon of like fresh chopped Italian herbs. Okay. And about 4 to 5 bay leaf inside. And I like to make sure that I don't add a lot of salt content, because a lot of people are watching out for their sodium. So I just use like a Mrs. Dash type mix, about a good tablespoon of that in there. And look at how simple that is, right? It's so simple. Because now all we have to do is let that simmer. And for about maybe 35, 45 minutes, if you'd like. Like I say, the vegetable paste is in there. It's already a condensed paste that's added to my broth and stock. And then you just let that cook and simmer for a while. Strain it completely, right? You just strain it out completely. Okay, so that's the really simple way of doing a real quick certified broth. So simple, so easy. So don't forget, if you like this, click on the like button, click on the subscribe, and come see some of my cooking shows. I'd love to have you tune in to us. So thank you, arrivederci, and enjoy. Ciao.